Hey boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of New Stuff TV, your spot for infotainment for the average consumer. We're gonna jump on into business here, man, because I want to tell you about these last 3 months hanging out with the 75-inch TCL QM8K. So I've got this bad boy hooked up to my surround sound system, which is a 7.4.4 surround sound system. And man, the experience, and I bring this up because when you have a TV like this, you really do need some high quality sound to match with it because it's a very high quality picture. And as good as that picture is, as good as this TV is, it's really hard to believe that it's not their best TV. It actually sits like right smack dab in the middle of their higher echelon of TVs, which is pretty incredible. So in this upper echelon lineup, we got the QM6K, the 7K, and the 8K, and the one that's making everybody forget about all of those, which is the X11L. But let's reel that back a little bit to something most of us can actually afford, because right now at the time of the filming of this video, you can go on Best Buy or Amazon and grab one of these 75-inch QM8Ks for about $1,500, which makes this TV incredibly hard to pass up versus anything else. So why don't we just go ahead and jump into that picture quality? Why don't we? Starting with the brightness. Now the brightness capability is pretty much off the charts, which in some cases has me turning the brightness down versus up. But just because it's super bright, that doesn't mean anything is out of control. Even when I'm watching darker scenes with bright highlights, I haven't noticed any spillage where those dark areas were washed out or anything like that. In fact, this thing is crazy good with contrast. And when it's movie time and you need to turn down those lights a little bit to set that mood just right, you're gonna start to notice how those colors just start to pop and jump out at you. But not because they're oversaturated or anything like that. It's because they're actually well defined. But before I start digging into that, man, I just got this notice from my mortgage company talking about how there's an escrow shortage. So why don't we just listen to a quick message from today's video sponsor. So what's a NOS and why do you need one? Well, let me introduce you to this new Ugreen DH4300 Plus. It's a new data storage system that basically solves data issues like high storage costs and privacy concerns. It works like a cloud service, but it stores all your data locally and safely in your own hard drive. And here's the best part. Once you get it, you actually own all of your storage and you don't have to pay any monthly fees. With up to 120 terabytes capacity, you can pretty much hoard all the data you want, like 41 million pictures or up to 8,000 movies. Oh, and you don't have to commit to any brand of hard drives, because the DH4300 Plus offers a wide compatibility for third-party HHDs. Setup is smooth and easy too. Even as a beginner, you can set it up and get it running in just a few minutes. And one of my favorite features is the photo app and album assistant. You can use it to organize all your photos and albums. Then you can search photos by keywords using the built-in AI smart recognition and classification function. You can also store and classify audio and video files in the video center, then access them over your TV, laptop, and phone anywhere, anytime in 4K. And how about multi-user sharing and multi-device logins? And as I mentioned security before, there's even a built-in security manager which supports real-time virus scanning and flexible permission management. So there it is. Stop making things hard on yourself and get a Ugreen DH4300 Plus. This way you can start hoarding all your photos and movies and files under your own roof. And check the link in the description to grab 15% off. Okay, so we're still watching the series Pole to Pole on Disney Plus with Will Smith. And I want to talk about the episode we watched where he was in the Himalayas. Man, that episode has some scenes that literally took my breath away. And in the segment where they do the death ritual was just gorgeous, man. The way the moonlight was shining on the mask and the fire was highlighting the area around them. The TV was just performing, bro. You know, when I go to shows like CES and CEDIA, you know, when I showcase all the new TVs and stuff, they always have them on like a retail setting with full motion and full brightness and everything just turned up. I'm always thinking to myself, who watches TV like that? I know I don't watch TV like that. And then they always start to go off into a bunch of mumbo jumbo about tech specs and stuff that the TV is capable of doing. You know, this is actually one of those times where I'm thinking to myself, man, these people weren't bullshitting me. This TV can do everything they said it could do. And by the way, if you're digging this video so far, the best way to let me know is tap on that like button. That really helps the video do better in the algorithm. And now I'm gonna get to my favorite feature of the TV. You're gonna laugh, but this is actually my favorite feature. I mean, it looks great and everything, but seriously, I love TCL TV Plus. I just like the fact that you got one dedicated button on the remote for this, and bam, you got a bunch of stuff on TV to watch. Now, I know I've gone into this before, comparing it to like Google Free Play and Google TV and stuff like that. But with those, you gotta download apps sometimes because it's not already on the TV. With TCL TV Plus, it's already there just waiting for you to watch. It just takes me back to a time when you could just turn on your TV and it was ready for you. It just had content just ready. You just flip some channels, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, nostalgia. But I love TCL TV Plus because it has so much content to watch without having to subscribe to a bunch of apps or even download them for that matter. Now, here's what I don't like about the TCL QM8K. Man, I tried to find something that I didn't like, but really I just can't. You just take this thing out of the box and then you go in and tweak a couple of brightness settings and some motion settings and you are good to go. You are going to absolutely love this TV. The TCL QM8K is absolutely disruptive in today's TV marketplace simply because of its price per size per performance ratio. Yeah, man, I get it. It's not their flagship TV, but I don't think the QM8K actually got that memo because it's out here acting like a flagship. Like I said, I've had this one for about 3 months and I can't find nothing wrong with it. It looks fantastic as a unit itself. The speakers are fantastic. Even though I use it with my AVR, when I got it, I did test out the speakers. They're fantastic. And then you got that picture, man. Great contrast, deep blacks, good colors, brightness for days that you might even have to turn down. And then my favorite feature, you know, all that content from TCL TV Plus. And it's just a great freaking TV, man. And that price for the size, you seriously can't go wrong. Either way, it is time for y'all to roll up out of here. But before y'all go, make sure you keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.